Okay, guys, so humans and jinns are different beings. Jinns, okay, so you remember, in Hermeticism, we have polarity. We have polarity for everything day, night, positive, negative, as above, so below, right? And so this is consolidated in Quranic verses when God said He made humans and the jinns with free will, so that, those two species are both rewarded for what they do. They can go to, going with religious trope to hell or heaven. But these breeds, humans and the jinns, can have sexual intercourse. You may be shocked. You may think, Kamal, you're hallucinating. What are you talking about? Are you daydreaming? Are you serious? Are we really here? Are you really saying these things? Yes. They can have sexual intercourse and they can crossbreed. And this is not, I'm not going by the trope of people saying, reptilians crossbreeding with humans. No. I'm telling you exactly what is stated from the Quran. God said in many verses that they can have sexual intercourse, and it can be inferred as well that it's physically happening. Many people are misled in the Arab world. They think that jinn are some, ghosts that possess people. No, they're not. There's another beautiful concept in reality transurfing, and this is, guys, why I love, and this is, guys, why you have to educate yourself and not just follow some and not just follow mainstream stuff that you guys hear. This is, I believe, what's called esoteric Islam, right? True Islam that has been, that you try to you try to blend spirituality, Hermeticism, and Islam, and it becomes a beautiful whole. So, in esoteric Islam, if you call it a spiritual Islam, or okay, so basically, there is a concept of a pendulum. So a pendulum is an energetic entity, right? And guys, you have to look. This is not some metaphorical shit. I am not speaking of any metaphorical stuff. This is a real thing. God said in the Quran, and He described these metaphysical entities. In my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but this is what I have come to know. This is my conclusion, and this is the deduction that I made from reading reality transurfing and contemplating on the Quran verses, and many things beyond that. So, devil is basically a pendulum. A pendulum is, if you can imagine, a coronavirus entity that is hidden in plain sight. You can't see it, but it's there, influencing and whispers people's subconscious. It can whisper to people, it can whisper to jinn, and people themselves as well can be considered a pendulum, because you can think of someone, if you hate someone, the other person can feel it. They get your energy. You send them your energy. This is an energetic exchange. And so there are these entities that, if you don't believe exist, I mean, it's your problem. If you believe they exist, and if you notice how these like entities whisper to you, or let's say, for example, let's imagine that you hate your neighbors. You will have more reasons to hate them. And this is not neuroplasticity, or you begin to notice more stuff. No, you actually manifest. And it's not only manifestation. This pendulum, right? Let's imagine a neighbor pendulum or a noise pendulum. It takes your energy. Whether you love it or no, it doesn't matter. If you love your neighbors or if you hate your neighbors, the pendulum gets your energy. This is what it's good at. So you give it your energy and it sends more hooks onto you. Like a fish. Imagine you are a fish and the pendulum is throwing hooks onto you, like whispers to you. And if you have free will, right? And if you, let's say, go with a trope, if you are not conscious, if you are just if you, let's say, if you get an idea or if you get a thought and you go with it and become irritated and hate, then it will send you more things to be irritated by: people, neighbors, situations, things. And this is a pendulum. And this is why I believe when God described shaitan, the devil, in the Quran, it has been also analyzed. Shaitan, traditions, people of the, like, ancestors following fallacious beliefs. This is the shaitan. So in my conclusion, shaitan is cultures, traditions, because cult, you see, it's a cult, culture, traditions, mob mentality, like collective. So what I want to tell you is collective consciousness has been awakening, right? We are in a grand, we are, as some people say, we are in some, so right now we have a grand awakening. And so pendulums or those entities don't like that. They don't like that people are awakening. They don't like that people are getting awakened. They don't like the fact that people are becoming aware, right? People are waking up. And so there needs to be a way to keep people's consciousness down. One way, maybe you remember LA fires. These wars, this chaos that is happening, is there for a reason. Do you really think the conflict is on the surface level, just as it's portrayed on the TV? Do you really believe that? If you are asleep and you fail to see beyond the veil, if you are asleep and you fail to see the reason things are happening, if you get sucked by pendulum's energy and basically give it your attention and give it your energy and don't produce anything, don't stay aligned with your vision, if you get distracted with